We had the topic right there. That was the
Cut. Cut and welcome to Right Now at the Comedy Club here at the Comedy Club of Kansas City. I'm Dustin Kaufman. As always, welcome back. What a great, funny week we have. Sitting to my left, your headliner this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the microphone the very funny Miss Sam J. Hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. Your feature act this evening, Mr. Keith Johnson. And our our host and MC, Cassie, Duncan with us. Casey's own, very funny. Thanks for being here, guys.
When does this come out?
Usually in a few weeks.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
We're on we built a little bit of a bank before we rolled out, just to be smart, and so
got the audio board. Got 4 cameras.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, it was a legitimate marketing decision and an investment for the club. We repurposed our entire budget. Just looking at the trends of the industry, it's not the same day as just show up, go to TV, go to radio, and sell a whole bunch of tickets. It's just, so we're just trying to be proactive, stay current with the industry and the times. So, it's in just the short time we've had it, we already see it so much more. It's like trackable versus like the TV commercials, which we have turned into this. I mean, we see the immediate followers to the Instagram and the socials, and just the interaction from the shorts and the reels and stuff like that. We're very excited out of the gate. So,
Nice.
So yeah. So what are you working on right now, Sam?
Nothing.
What? Good. Well, that's the episode, everybody.
Great podcast, everybody.
We're doing it.
Yeah, just on the road,
This is your second time at the club, and man, I'm excited for this because a lot of times I will get to know the comics and talk and stuff like that, and I feel like we haven't talked. Just you're here, you're working and stuff like that, so we haven't talked and gotten to know each other as much like the last time you were here.
Would you say it's because I'm standoffish? People think I'm standoffish. Do you think I'm standoffish?
Only when you want to be.
Okay.
Otherwise, like open, warm, fun.
Okay.
So I'm excited for this. Just to talk and just to get to know you a little bit. So, where are you from originally?
I mean, that's a hard question because where is anybody from? I
Who are we?
I'd like to say I'm from my mother's womb and my father's imagination, but I guess if I had to give it a solid place, for the sake of people's needs for that kind of thing.
Well, you don't have to. I mean, if that's your answer, you don't have to give a geographical location.
Okay, yeah.
You don't you're not forced into any answers.
All right, yeah, that's my answer.
I'm from my mother's womb, ladies and gentlemen.
My father's imagination.
Well, he's got a great imagination. So one thing I like to ask early on too, a lot of our headliners are bringing their features and stuff. Keith, very funny. So how did you and Keith meet? How did you meet him? How did you get to the point where you're like, this is somebody I want to travel with and open for me?
I met Keith. He was having bisexual sex at this club in the bathroom.
I would sneak in.
I had to use the bathroom quite urgently. I walked in. There was a man, he was jerking a man off while licking a vagina. I was like, hey, dude, can you do that somewhere else? Because I got to pee here. And he stood up and wiped his mouth. He was like, I'm sorry about that. My name's Keith Johnson. And he shook my hand. And he was like, I'm an aspiring comedian. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Maybe we should talk about that later after you get the dick off your breath. And he was like, for sure.
Good. And that's how it happened?
Yeah, that's how we met.
Wonderful. What club was that?
It's no longer around. It was called Dick's Diggler House, and they would only do comedy on Wednesdays and Sundays.
That was a bisexual night.
Yeah.
You just really liked his work ethic. You're like, perfect.
Like the bow tie
This
task,
guy's
and
really getting into it.
As a feature, you got to know how to
Yeah.
multitask.
He's a giver.
Yeah.
So you guys actually produce a show in New York together? You were talking about.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that?
It's called On Site. It's a therapy show where we therapize our comedian friends.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is there like a couch setting or?
Yeah. It's like a couch, and like we go through your like Instagram and stuff, and then we deduce a problem that you have, and we give you a solution.
Yeah, nice. Is that monthly?
It's like I would say like quarterly.
Yeah. Do like 4 or 5 a year.
Some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And where are you guys doing that at?
Well, right now we're doing it at the Bell House in Brooklyn, but I think we're gonna move it to Los Angeles for one, because Keith always comes to New York, and I mean he's coming for his like bisexual sex, but it's also just a lot. So we're gonna take one to LA so that he doesn't have to do all that traveling and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, do one over there too.
Yeah.
That's great.
So then I could have the bisexual sex in my home club.
Right.
Yeah. And then
Not have to go
yeah.
somewhere
To
else.
travel, it's
It's a
like,
lot.
you're in your own world. You have your own safe space to get it in.
Well, how much bisexual sex are you having, Cassie?
I mean, Michael B. Jordan hasn't called me back yet, so just the girlfriend at this point. Just the lesbian sex now. What God intended.
Wonderful. We'll do a few roundtable questions here. Just simple. We can just take turns. What was your first concert? Keith, you want to start that?
Crisscross. Remember them?
Yeah.
Mickey. Yeah, my dad took me there.
That's so funny. I mean, I wore my pants backwards to school
Yeah,
one day.
yeah.
Crisscross is a good one.
Where was that at?
I think it was in like Colorado or something like that.
Yeah.
I was born there.
So Crisscross now, in retrospect, I would put on the same, like, live concert as like when I saw like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out of their shell tour, and it's just like people dancing around in Turtles costumes or something. Like as far as like looking back, but yeah, I was definitely into Crisscross. That's funny.
No, that's cool.
Like 11. Cassie, what was your?
My first concert, my parents took me to that Garth Brooks show, and he did like 9 shows in Kansas City all in a row. And so, yeah, my first concert, I was like, I don't even listen to country, but yeah, that's my first show.
So what was the first one that you were like, I want to go to this?
First one I ever went to, like the one I wanted to go was Metallica. So
Okay.
very different vibes.
Yeah,
So,
that was my
yeah.
second like chosen concert. Like that was maybe my first chosen. Like I think so. I was the same thing at like 11. We were in Branson, and it was like Merle Haggard and stuff. Which like now I'm like, oh shit, I saw. But at the time I'm like, what is this? And then, at 13, my dad was like, hey, I have tickets for Russian Primus, and like so that was like the first. And then I remember I'm a huge Primus fan. And then
I couldn't have guessed us. Look at you. This is what a Primus fan looks
I
like.
just went to Colorado to see them in August. Actually, Colorado Springs, great show. Yeah, I just liked I could have gone here. I'd like his opening acts better. Like he was with the Fantastic Negrato and compared to like the Coheed and Cambrio and these other metal bands, because Primus really attracts.
I like Coheed.
Do you? They just when Primus plays with like a bunch of metal bands, they attract a lot more metal fans, and it's just a different environment, right? So I was like,
You wanted a chiller vibe.
I did, I did. So I went to college. It was a great show, and then Metallica. I think 93 with a Black Album tour was the first one. I'm like, I want to go to this.
That would have been a good one to go to.
That's awesome.
My dad took me and stuff like
Mine
that.
was in
94.
2008 when everybody hated them now. So that's when I saw them.
I stayed with them.
When they were trying to stop Napster.
Yeah, pretty much right after that. But I was in high school at the time, and I saw they were coming to town. I was like, I got to go.
I actually was a fan of theirs for a long time. I even stayed with them through like the Load and Reload. But I think it was when they tried to start, like, I felt then their music started going backwards. Like, whatever they put out after the Reload, I'm like, I was kind of just gone by that point.
So is Metallica, because Drake is suing Spotify and his record label for the same thing that
No.
Metallica sold.
No.
No?
You're just making up shit.
No, I'm saying
It's not the same thing.
Is Drake the Metallica?
But it's not the same thing.
It
You're
could
already
be.
basing your argument on something that's not
so
true.
Metallica sued Napster, right?
But not for the same thing.
Kinda.
Not at all.
But no, that was stealing music.
That was a
stealing.
whole
Yeah.
different thing.
They were trying to claim that
Give it away for free. and
yeah,
stuff.
it was.
Yes, that they
Oh,
were
give
giving.
it a-
Yes, that's what Napster was. Napster's
So
not
what's
Spotify.
so what's Drake's lawsuit?
Drake's lawsuit is that his company
Spotify.
and Spotify were in collusion to pat people's streams to bring down his value at the time that he was in the middle of a negotiation.
Wow,
Is the whole gist of what he's saying.
Right.
that they were.
Which is so not anything that
But
Metallica was saying.
overall, Spotify isn't paying their artists the way they are. So if the lawsuit's successful, take away the Kendrick beef. If the lawsuit's successful, then the value of artists will go up. Kind of like what Metallica was ultimately fighting for.
The mental gymnastics that you were trying to
No,
connect
they
these
weren't.
two.
I'm not bisexual, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Dog.
There it is.
I'm not
Fighting for
bisexual.
There it
that,
is.
though. That's not what they
You
were
just
Started the
fighting for.
bit, and I'm
A
ending
kid
it.
started in his college dorm room.
Okay,
and they
fine,
were saying it was
fine.
theft.
Yeah.
It's
Fine.
a whole other thing.
Well, isn't it Drake's also about like how many streams Not Like Us was getting?
Well, yeah,
Like,
they're
that was
saying-
like,
they're
yeah.
saying that they like used payola and bots
Mm-hmm.
to boost Kendrick's song
Yeah. Okay.
at this to bring this like basically Drake lost like element to it, so that then when they were gonna go into negotiations for his contract, they could say, well, you just don't have the same value that you once had, and they could use this stuff as a basis to say that.
Yeah.
Right. So then, why was Metallica hated as a group?
Because people wanted free music.
And they were fighting
And
it.
then they were fighting Napster.
People saw
Yeah.
Metallica
And
as
young
like these
people- and
rich
they were
dudes who were
old.
complaining.
And they
Okay.
were old and rich,
Yeah.
and it was like, let us have our free music.
I'm with that.
It's like y'all don't need the money, so
Large.
But how do you start to base an argument on something you know nothing about?
Because
Like, what is that about your brain that does
have you
that?
met the internet?
I saw a tweet that said what they did to Napster is what Drake is doing. These were Drake fans, and I was like, that's a good comparison. So then when we brought it up, I
So
was
you're like, I don't need to
that's
know
fact.
anything about it.
I didn't read into it. That is just how the internet works, and that's law now. That's what is happening. Who reads anymore? We don't read anymore. We just see a thing, and that's information.
Madness.
That is misinformation. That is fine.
Madness.
Okay, I got by misinformation. That's fine.
Fake news.
Yeah.
Sam, what was your first concert?
I mean, I think we first have to ask ourselves, what is a concert? You know, does it? Do you necessarily, exactly, like, does it have to be people, like, there's music all around us constantly, you know what I mean? So I would have to say, if I'm being honest, my first concert was when I heard a group of Robins sing when I was like 5 outside of my grandma's house. Like, that was
God's
the first time that, a musical moment that really resonated with me in that kind of way. And I really don't value anything musically after that on that level, because that was instrumented by God, and you really can't get anything greater than that. But if I had to do a follow up, it was R. Kelly and LL Cool J at Riverside Park.
Nice. How old were you?
I was about 11 or 12. It was
Ripe R. Kelly.
you
age.
remind me
Yeah,
of my Jeep R. Kelly. Yeah.
And LL Cool J.
And doing it well, LL Cool J.
Okay. Did you?
It was at an amusement park. You know how amusement parks will have like the little, like, pavilion area where they do
Yeah.
shit, like that.
LL Cool J also has a lyric where he takes his Jeep to go pick up high school girls to show the boys what a man looks like.
I mean, that's what they were doing to us back then. Though. That's true.
Yeah,
That's what was happening.
yeah. I'd be mad
Every
if
girl,
LL.
every girl in high school was like looking for a dude not in high school with a car,
Yeah.
and that's when you knew like she had made it and she was like hot. When she got dropped off with that little McMuffin, you're
Yep.
like,
Coming to school with
man,
McDonald's.
she's doing it.
Yeah,
she's
doing
living
it,
the
doing it
dream.
well.
What are?
Your hard adjustments back to the road that you're trying to be honest. with.
No, I mean,
Okay.
I just try to when I hear the pause, I'm like, all right, I'm just listening to the symphony of sounds, man.
Yeah.
Filling in the spaces.
McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap in 2025, so that's a big deal.
Are you excited about that?
I haven't
Yeah,
eaten
because you get
McDonald's
to
in
drop
so
off your
long.
high school girl with the snack wrap.
Oh, I was talking about the breakfast. That's my memory. My memory's not that snack wrap. I don't have a
Okay.
snack wrap.
I don't even know what's in a McDonald's snack wrap.
It's
My
a chicken
memory is,
tender and like
breakfast. They were like, 'cause they were getting
Yeah.
picked up for school, so they didn't have to take the bus or shit. Also, I grew up in the East Coast where it's cold, so that was like
Yeah.
coveted. It was like, oh, you got to ride to school now,
yeah.
and drop her off in the morning. She have a little
With
little
the bag.
McMuffin. She got an orange juice. Like
The hash brown.
she's living.
Yeah.
McDonald's just does resonate. Like I haven't eaten McDonald's in months, but McDonald's does like resonate this nostalgic warmth inside of you. I think in almost everybody. I mean, they had the playgrounds as a kid. It was just a cheeseburger. It was a happy meal, every time and so like, even though it's just awful and terrible for you, like it's still just kind of like, ooh, McDonald's.
My cousin got killed in a McDonald's, so I don't really have the same feelings towards it. But teach his own.
Is that even remotely honest?
Could be.
It could. That's a hard. I mean, it could
Maybe.
be.
Yeah.
So if your cousin would have never gotten murdered in a McDonald's,
I might feel differently about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you remember? Like did you get a cheeseburger Happy Meal?
I was
Or a chicken
I
nugget?
was into the nuggets for sure. Mhm.
So like I have, like my youngest kid was definitely the nugget, and then my oldest would be the cheeseburger.
I didn't like. When I was a kid. I didn't really like burgers and shit like that.
Yeah.
That was like older. I don't know what that was, but when I was younger, I was just like,
Plain cheeseburgers for me.
I just
Yeah, man.
like-
I like a
Yeah.
cheeseburger plain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even like the bread. I would just like cut it up and just dip it in ketchup.
Wow.
It was just something. It was too much
Okay.
to me when I was little. Like a burger just had too much going on. It's like nuggets are just to the point. You just dip it, bite it.
It's got a little crispy breading on it.
Yeah.
Who
That's
doesn't
it.
like a chicken nugget?
It's not like I think it was just like the bread. I was just like what's all this.
When did McDonald's turn into like making their food shit? Because at one point
Dude,
it
it's
was,
so bad.
yeah,
It's so bad.
Well, when I was a kid, it was still good.
yeah, it was good, and then I think
Was it, or is that just your childhood
No, I'm
memory?
positive.
the
Because
good.
I'm old,
Mm.
so when I was a kid, I remember styrofoam still.
I remember,
styrofoam
yeah,
McDonald's. So I'm positive.
Yeah.
Like, it was.
It was just better, yeah.
I distinctly remember going. McDonald's tastes different now.
You get the hot platter breakfast, and the eggs were fresh.
That's how I felt about Burger King. I felt like Burger King was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
At a certain point, I just
Subway.
haven't felt that
they
way
would
in a
actually
while.
charbroil. They had grills and it was
Yeah.
flame grilled, and they had the vent
Yeah.
pulling the smoke, and it smelled
Yep.
like
Yeah.
Burger King had this smell to it. Dude, it was definitely different than these painted on grilled
We're not
lines and-
eating like real food anymore.
No, it's
I'm
really
sure
bad.
what like happened was like some level of deregulation that McDonald's lobbied through the government to get so that they could sell the pink slime as if it was fucking beef to cut their costs.
I still eat those nuggets. So
And,
they
like-
told me it was pink slime. I'm like, I'm going right now.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I try to eat. I try to look at ingredients, and I try to actually be picky. I mean, I love food, right? But I try to be picky and definitely eat cleaner, because what's on the shelves are just
It's
I
bad.
eat
It's
I eat
terrible.
McDonald's in every country I go to though
Do
to
you?
compare it.
and
It's better in other
It's better
countries.
everywhere else.
it's
Yeah.
like real meat.
It's like real food.
Yeah.
You distinctly taste the difference for sure.
Does it taste like it used to taste here? Like, or is
Oh,
it just
it says tastes like old McDonald's. Like the nuggets taste like the old nuggets. And I was just in the UK, and it was so funny because I was talking to Gary about it, and he was like, "I didn't like the nuggets over there," and I was like, "Man, they just taste like real chicken." He was like, "Maybe that's the problem. Now I'm hooked on the chemical."
Yeah.
He was like, "But it didn't hit like how I expected McDonald's hit. But to me, it just tasted like old McDonald's."
interesting? Yeah.
Yeah, they got good McDonald's. Who else got good McDonald's?
What are some of
France.
the best? France.
Spain.
Spain. I had McDonald's in Dubai, and that was good. That was a fresh McDonald's. They don't have pork or anything like that there, and they're better beef.
Better just ingredients.
Like The McRib is just weird to me. Like
It's back too.
That's always been weird.
it's like a form, just weird, painted.
My
like,
friend loves it, but it's
Yeah.
all the McRib has always been a weird thing.
I don't trust that.
Nah,
Nah.
never had a McRib in my life.
It's the government. Like, think about it. What happened with the election, and then all of a sudden the McRib is back. It's like it's gonna get us.
And being from Kansas City, I just don't feel right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't,
that's
I don't feel
right.
right.
'cause
We
y'all
have
got
all this
real- y'all got
barbecue
real
around us.
barbecue
Like, I
here.
don't feel right having the McRib.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy.
right. That's the thing. Definitely.
And they're selling half gallons of the sauce. You seen that?
McRib sauce.
Yeah.
You can buy a half gallon.
Yeah,
Like
for the
that.
holidays, because that's what you need.
You could buy a birthday cake from McDonald's too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have them there.
Some of
If
them
you
do.
don't have a birthday, if you're not
No,
throwing
you could
a
just
birthday
buy
into
a
McDonald's.
birthday cake there. They give. Like,
I remember
certain
like
McDonald's
birthday
give-
cakes at McDonald's when kids would have like a McDonald's birthday.
Yeah, they got.
I
birthday
didn't know they
cake.
just got like cakes on the side
Mm-hmm.
with
Call in.
McDonald's.
I don't think I ever
just saw
had
it
a
on
birthday.
YouTube. Just call in and they'll get you a
So
cake.
you're just always you don't
I
have
get my
any actual information
from
of your own.
YouTube.
You have no information of your own. You have no life experience of your own.
You just see
You
these
just
hacks.
like recant shit you've heard.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Isn't that what life is now?
No,
Just
it's not.
Spewing information, and then other people like, McDonald's sells cakes.
This is ridiculous.
And Metallica is Drake. That's what it is now. This is the world we live in. Okay.
Come see Keith Johnson tonight. He may be funny, but he may not be factual. So
Did you guys see that video of the burger that just lives? Like, they took a burger and then they took like a regular burger, and after like 3 days, the regular burger fucked up, but the McDonald's burger lasted.
It's like forever.
yeah.
Yes.
Is that real?
It's real.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
You
is
can
real.
just leave it. Like somebody put one in a time capsule.
you have
and
that
pulled
like
it out.
life experience. I've left a McDonald's burger for a long time. Like, why does it still look like the same?
all the preservatives, I would assume.
Scallop.
Or,
There's a fun one of a guy store whatever an old coat had a cheeseburger with the receipt and the date on it. It was like 19 years old and it looked exactly the same.
Yeah.
Wild.
Like ants won't eat McDonald's. Like the
Damn.
animals on that would eat the food you drop. They don't. They won't eat McDonald's. They can.
A New York rat will eat McDonald's, bro. For sure.
I'll give you that.
New York rat fuck McDonald's up.
There's a McDonald's right outside the club. I'm about to go here after the podcast. I need my nuggets. I haven't talked about this.
Sam, you're passionate when you talk about like social issues, and I see that in your comedy as well. It's one of the things I do respect and really enjoy about your performance is how passionate and honest you are on stage. And do you do you find it's important to speak up and speak truth, or is it just the natural direction that you like?
Well, what is the truth? You know what I mean? Everybody's truth is their own, and so
Amen.
When people ask me about speaking truth, I'm always a little weary of that term. I just feel like I try to stay connected to the universe. I try to stay in tune with everything that's around me and just vibe on a frequency that is respectful to nature.
Like the birds,
The Universal Channel.
just to be one of the birds singing.
Just want to be one of those birds
You ever get
singing
like
in harmony.
a message and it's just like where did this come from? It comes from a frequency, but if you tune in and sharpen your antenna, you realize that channel is always open.
Right.
It's up to us to get
Right.
there. Yeah.
Hallucinogenics help you get there.
Acid is
Yeah. So like when I'm on stage and I'm like, yo, white people, you're aliens. It's not really to me so much like, hey, this is the truth that needs to be said, as much as like, hey, this is the frequency that I was sent, and I'm just wondering if we all could vibe on
It's
it.
the truth that needs to be accepted.
Okay, that's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe white people are aliens? That lady was about to come up to you and talk to you about that, but then her sister,
weird.
And then she was
That's
like,
what she wanted to do.
Yeah, she didn't
weird.
like that. There's a lady yesterday.
She wanted to get
weird. We were
her
asking.
sister shut it down.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
like, anyways, she wasn't gonna.
The
let
place
it
you're
happen.
talking about is barbecue, and
Yeah.
she told, but she pulled up because she was an alien. Sam exposed her. Yeah.
You think she was exposed?
She didn't want to be revealed.
I think
at
she
all.
was like, keep going with that shit. That was.
Oh, so she was encouraging you.
Yeah,
'cause
like she
felt
was
at
like,
home.
she was like, you're on to something.
Okay.
And she was like, I know you're just saying it for jokes, but like,
Wait. Yeah.
you gotta
Pull
really
that skin
tap
back.
in. You know what I'm saying? So I think she was more so like, yo.
So she's leading you to the right, because there's like two types of truths where they lead you, like keep going, but then when you get close, they're like, I wouldn't talk about that anymore. So you're in the right direction.
It's basically just that movie Paul, where Seth Rogen plays like an alien that comes down to Earth. Yeah, it's about as white
So
as
like,
it
say
gets.
white
Yeah,
people?
white people, aliens.
That's what's up.
See, when
I never even seen this movie, and now I must do some research.
It was a dumb movie. I think it came out like in 09 or something
Rogen?
like that. Yeah, Seth Rogen plays a little alien that just comes down to Earth.
Yeah.
But he's like chill. He's not trying to do anything.
But he's chill.
He's just chill. He comes down to Earth. He just basically hangs out.
chilling.
He kind of gets a job and pays taxes, and like everybody else.
But
It's kind of a
he's
sad
like-
movie.
He's
Yeah.
like chill.
He just comes out from outer space. He lands.
He's
and
not trying to do any alien shit. He just wants to do regular stuff.
that's all he does.
Go to
yeah.
the movies.
hmm
I feel that.
Yeah, that's a cool alien.
I ain't mad at that.
When we grew up, we were on whole milk, right? And then it was 2% milk. What was 2%? 2% of what? You're only drinking 98%. Then it was skim milk.
No,
And
that's
then-
not how 2% works.
Look, I'm not saying
That's
what is
how
and
it
what,
works.
I'm not saying what is and what
That's not how
isn't.
that works.
But who was on skim milk? You would see the skim milk white ladies are now the oat milk white ladies.
What do you mean?
I'd
skim milk in
only-
my house.
Interesting.
Nah, it was
Or soy milk or almond
and then
milk.
so then it got the soy milk. Then soy milk gave you titties, and then
So I really enjoyed hemp milk for a
What's
short time.
What's your point?
it's the same, but just like Bernie Sanders is to this, it's like the RFK oat milk lady is the RFK pasteurization, non-pasteurization
You're saying
milk
they're the same people.
on the opposite ends of the spectrum. And what is a spectrum is a full circle.
No, because one group is just making a preference of like,
No, they're anti-milk.
they're like, yo, this is the kind of milk I want in my body. I don't think we should be drinking other animals' milk.
Yeah. So they're
Then
now
one
drinking.
group is like, we finna spread disease. Because we're drinking unpasteurized milk.
Right. And so the middle is back to whole milk, pasteurized whole milk.
But,
That's where we're leading
but,
to.
but
I'm currently at just lactose free, preferably like
Lactate is good milk. You
I
fuck with that?
it is that's a brand of it. Yeah,
Okay.
I will like if
I
that's
fuck with
available.
that.
But yeah, lactate. There's other, but either.
But how do you get the lactate out the milk?
I don't know the.
What are these processes? We're just accepting these processes, and that's what RFK is saying. Is just
that's not
drink
true.
it from the teat. You ever see those
We're
people
not, we're
drinking
not,
it from the
But
teat?
this is what the problem is. We're not just accepting these processes. These processes have been put in place for a long time based on fucking science. We're not. It's not. This is not like a magical man. It's not one of these processes. What
is the process?
They're scientific.
Look.
processes.
But here's all I'm saying.
Pasteurization is a scientific
We're
process.
accepting the process.
I mean, they're removing the milk sugars and to a point, which is helping with the like people with lactose intolerances and stuff like that, and they're making it more digestible. And
Also,
manageable
raw
and stuff.
milk. It's just raw milk is cows
Right.
eat shit. Raw
Right.
milk is full of disease.
Okay, so then you
need
get
to
the,
pasteurize
Okay, but say
the
if you
milk.
get the cow unpasteurized and then you put them in a better pasture.
What are we talking about?
If you get the cows in a better
It's just how they are. They're animals. It's just what.
No,
they
but
do.
you gotta feed the cows better food
But
to
I'm
get
just saying,
better
where
pasteurization
you're
milk.
not looking,
Well,
they're
that's-
doing shit. They're eating.
That's
dookie.
the process.
They're licking butthole.
So-
they doing cow shit.
They're doing bisexual shit
They're
over
doing
here. They're doing
bisexual
Keith shit over
cow
here. So.
stuff.
That is what they do to a point, though, and they charge a lot more money for the cows that are just grass fed and for the, like fed organic. Like they definitely do that, and
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, which kind of is like saying like it is weird to say, well, it's acceptable. Like, I know you're feeding this other animal that I eat. You're just feeding it shit, and it's living in shit, and it's disgusting. And I'm gonna pay you less, but it's less, so I'll pay you.
Yeah,
even though I know that the quality of what you're giving me is just awful.
they're cutting corners. My uncle used to work in. There's like a meat factory out here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, my uncle used to work there, and he was like, "Yeah, it's a little weird."
No, that's mad. It's all gross. It's all gross. It's all bad.
Right.
You do need to pasteurize things, but what I understand of what RFK and all these motherfuckers are saying is just like, before all this stuff, we were like fine, and it's like, but we weren't though. I think that's the concept. It's like, well, we were cavemen, we were eating raw meat, we were thinner, we were this, we were that, we blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, we were also like dying at like 20.
Yeah, but our process in America, like just talking about McDonald's, is their foods are better. So like if you go get Lucky Charms in London, their Lucky Charms has less
their
bad
milk
shit.
is pasteurized in
I mean,
because that's a universal thing that we've all accepted. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, they're fighting against chemicals.
This is a universal thing. Yes, I understand the fight against
I think
chemicals.
that's what they're trying to do.
No.
and the food on the shelf,
nigga's
and
not doing that.
Ultimately, it'll lead to just less chemicals.
This nigga's not doing that.
This
He's an
podcast brought to you
extreme-
by Lactate.
He's trying to debunk science. He's saying like, no, that's not true. And it's like, I don't know about that. That's the part I don't know about.
That's fair. But it's like, remember when Impossible Meat came out? They didn't hit the mark exactly. They had to find it. So he's just the opposite but equal version of that.
But
We're going to make our own meat.
But
that sounds crazy.
But
We're going to make our own healthy meat.
In a lab.
Impossible meat is just
In a lab.
Impossible meat is just like a thing made for like to fill a need for like vegans.
Yeah, but
Right? It's
what
not,
the fuck
but it
is
wasn't
that,
like
though?
but the difference is you like to conflate things. The difference is if someone was like, cows, you don't need to eat cows, that's not real.
Mm-hmm.
That's never been real. This fake meat is real. That's not what happened.
Well, they're trying to make.
That's
they're
not
like,
what
look,
happened.
it has
they
blood.
just were like, we'll fill a void with this fake meat because for this thing. He's saying like the science we all understand. No.
And by all means, I'm not an RFK guy at all. I feel like there's an opposite but equal version of that on the other side that is pushing like Impossible Meat and its version of that, or oat milk and its version of that, and they haven't found it. Oat milk was it, but
the idea that it's being pushed is the idea that I disagree with.
I think it's being pushed.
Offered to people.
There's
who
an
want
oat
it.
milk agenda, and you guys need to be aware at home of what's happening.
It's being offered to people who want it.
There's babies who drink oat milk.
Pushed.
That's
not
crazy.
pushed.
Well, it's a parent problem.
Yeah, but they're getting fed weird shit. And then they're putting oat milks in babies, and then the babies are growing
Nigga, you
up.
eat cabbage that gets buried in the dirt for a while.
But it's fermented.
Yeah, someone might think that's weird.
It is weird.
So
what's the problem?
what are they saying about oat milk? I know that there have been recent reports
It's just like a whole bunch of sugars. You're not supposed to eat that.
that it's too much sugar.
No one's saying anything about oat milk.
There's an.
I have
The only
heard-
person who's saying something about oat milk is Keith.
But there-
this is not a thing that's going on. It's not.
There
Sam
have
is,
been.
Sam is pro oat milk. Follow the money, guys. Where is Sam getting her money from? Its oat milk agendas.
I mean, you're wearing an oat milk hat right now.
I've been trying to save people. Lactate milk is the way. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know how this show always ends up talking about food so much. I didn't even necessarily bring it up this
Is this
time
a
either.
common thing that happens?
Dude, we've had some conversations about like the health industry and food and just different things like that, and but I mean, I'm okay with it, I don't, but if only we could just go back to the days of chicken nuggets and McDonald's Playland.
That's it, man. That's what we seek.
So we're in this is kind of the holiday season here, guys, and you guys hate holiday season? You just kind of, is it just an annoyance in your schedule, or do you guys embrace it? Looking at, just go around and, do you enjoy, like Cassie, how do you feel about the holiday season?
Overall, I like it. I think it's just the lights make me feel happier.
The Christmas
I like
lights?
the lights. Yeah, I like
They're that's another thing that just goes back. I think pulls nostalgia a lot too. Like it's just, they are pretty and they're fun. You're like, ooh, look at the lights, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of I'm like also I enjoy it, but I'm also like kind of like just a kind of a jaded Jew. Like with like my neighbor's lights are still up like on the 28th. I'm like, how long is this gonna last? I remember that old neighborhood, man. Those things were up January, February. I'm like, dude, this can't. Somebody's got to tell them to take this down. So yeah, I do like it. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm excited to see your holiday decorations, and then excited to see you take them down on December 26th.
Do you celebrate Hanukkah?
I don't celebrate much anymore. Man.
Okay.
I kind of I had my thing with religion in my mid-20s. I was very spiritual. And
what's funny is I saw you playing with the thing that came out of your shirt.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was going to ask if you were Jewish.
yeah.
And then...
Oh, no, this is just an evil.
Right.
eye.
I thought it was
But
the,
Talus?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
And you just cover it up.
No.
You leave and then you...
Sam's face. Sam's
We're
face.
talking to
Bro,
a
I saw
rabbi.
him playing with it. 'Cause I live in LA. I live next to the
child.
Orthodox Jews.
Did
Thank
he
you.
have that on underneath his Kansas City Royals?
Yes. I thought it was a thing, and then you just switch it up. And
Thank you for coming on right now at the Comedy Club, boy chick, with Rabbi Kaufman.
Word, like, cause that's like,
We're hiding
isn't that like ranking? You can't just walk around with one of those. Don't you gotta be like
I see
somebody?
people in-
Orthodox. I mean, it's an Orthodox thing.
Bro, the Orthodox Jews in my neighborhood, they be having that shit on, and
And they hide it under
yeah,
stuff?
yeah, like they have I saw a kid with a yarmulke, a BMW logo, and I was like, that's hard.
But do they hide it under stuff?
Not in New York, man.
Not
They
in New
hide
York.
it under stuff?
Yeah,
How?
the kids
How?
do. They just have like cool shirts over it, and then you can see the tassels hanging out.
They're not really hiding. They're
Thank
not
you.
hiding.
I was
Well,
gonna
not
say,
hiding
it's
it,
not
but like
hiding
you
it.
know how
You're
like
just going out at different times of the day.
okay, that's fair.
Also, I mean, I think Judaism is decreasing a lot these. I mean, so like they definitely exist, but like, Orthodox Jews are a smaller percentage of Jews as a whole too. So like, the more like the Jewish community, like in the religion, goes down, the less the Orthodox are going to be there and stuff like that too. So, but they're still there, and in New York, I mean, it makes you like you're like fuck yeah, I'm Jewish. Like they're gonna like invite you into the van and like hard sell you on the religion and stuff like that. Just like I don't want to. I'm not giving you money.
One time I was lost in New York, and I was in like Marcy Projects. I was
Yeah.
like super scared, but then the neighborhood adjacent to Marcy is like an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood. So like I knew I was safe once I made it to the Jewish neighborhood, and I was like, all right, we're good. But I was scared because you only hear shit.
Well, that's dumb.
I was probably more in danger, but
Bro, they got like gangster ass fucking, especially over there in those like neighborhoods where they run everything, bro. Like it was like they got the school buses and the ambulances.
school
and all that
buses,
shit.
ambulances
They got
is
gangster ass
different.
Jews in there, bro.
yeah,
Fuck around and get your ass whooped.
yeah,
Stomped out by a nigga with the curly cues and one of them hats.
that's true. That's true. I probably one of the freshest religions though, Jewish and Muslims.
Fresh.
Yeah,
Like
the hat,
hats?
the fucking furry hats.
Man, I've never heard anybody call that look fresh before.
I like it. I'm a fan because I see when I'm driving. I'm like, man, they got the penguin suit with the fucking furry hat. That it's hard to me. I don't know. And then I see like fresh Muslims. I'm like, yeah, that's hard.
I got a
too.
fresh yarmulke.
Yeah, I got that shit
I
on.
wanted a yarmulke when I was little.
Yeah,
I thought they were cool. I asked my mom if I got one. She was like, no. I was like, why? She was like, it's a religious thing. I was like, that's whack. Could I be Jewish? She was like, no. I was like, all right.
speaking of nostalgia,
Probably shouldn't have been Jewish for a hat, but I would have.
That should be your comedy special. Jewish for a hat.
Jewish for a hat. I wanted the little joint. And she told me I was a girl, so I wouldn't even get the little joint anyway. So I was like,
I didn't wear yarmulkes. I did wear beanies all the time, and like I used,
what's that? Just like this?
just like all the time, and like I was
No, I'm
part-
serious. Is there a difference?
just an oversized beanie because I always had big hair.
But that's not
like a
religious
stock.
to it.
It wasn't religious,
Right.
but I did. They're definitely not like a yarmulke, but yarmulkes are about keeping your head covered and stuff like that, like, and just under God. And so like I wonder, because I wore it so much, I started like, is this like just to keep my head covered, or is this like subconsciously, or is this just like a fashion thing, or like, I did start to question it, and I was like, well,
I
just
feel that.
wear it less, I guess, maybe.
Get a Supreme yarmulke. Supreme ever made a yarmulke?
They could.
Supreme
That'd
yarmulke
be
would go hard.
Or like a Kith yarmulke.
Bro, the Supreme, where man?
Yeah, that shit would be hard.
That's crazy.
You see all the
I
young
might
Jewish
cop
kid
one
lined
just
up.
'cause,
Yeah.
I might be like, I'm
Got the new
sorry, bro.
yarmulke drop.
I need the Supreme shit. That's fire.
Yeah. Have it in like a little box.
Yeah, yarmulkes should come in a beanie form.
Yeah.
You could put, especially oversized, get a hang, put a little Star of David on the side on that.
I mean, you could do that. Nothing's stopping you.
That's true. I mean, I'm not going to at this point.
I imagine God wants you to be warm too.
Right?
Warm and fresh.
It's functional and fresh.
Yeah.
That's what I thought, and look good. You're gonna look good under a house of God. Keith, are you a fan of the holiday season?
Yeah, I in LA it empties out during the holiday
It
season.
does. It feels like camp or something.
So you get to really enjoy LA for what it is when all the traffic's gone, and you get to drive around and like actually fall in love with LA again. And I think that's what I like.
Are you from LA?
No. I'm a military kid, so I grew up in like Florida and DC. Lived in Kansas for a little bit, but LA is the longest place I've lived. So.
What was Christmas like? I mean, so you would experience kind of that Christmas day like in different seasons all the time.
Yeah.
There was no like every year is like the same or like the consistency.
Right.
Because I know growing up in Kansas City for years, it would snow every year on Christmas. Every year it would snow on Christmas, right? And now we've had years where it's like 50, 60 degrees, like what, and then we're getting snow in March or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So like the Christmas Day feeling has changed that I remember. Even though I didn't celebrate it, you knew it was Christmas. And it would seriously every year it would snow on Christmas, and so like that side of it's gone for me a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's a nostalgic thing when I look back on Christmas morning. Like if I think of a Christmas morning, I do or Christmas Day, it is that snows because that was real every year. So, but you didn't actually have those like visual and temperatures and like this other sensories.
I think I've had a couple of snowy Christmases in Kansas, but most of my Christmases were in Florida, which is just hot. But I guess the nostalgic feeling of the holiday is like I'm an only child, so I was spoiled, so I got a lot of shit during Christmas. That would always be good, but weather-wise, it was never like a thing. But yeah.
What were some of the best Christmas presents that stand out from?
PlayStation 3, right? No, it was PlayStation 2 that when it first came out.
Yeah. Video games, I think, is a common answer.
Yeah, that was a good one. And that was when it was like just released, so like I didn't know my dad had got it, and he was like, "You missed a present," and then it was like a PlayStation 2, and I was like,
"Wow!"
Because he bought me one. Yeah, he got me.
Wait
the
till he
games.
sees this. He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Tell him it's there.
Yeah, he's like, "You forgot one." And he had bought me PlayStation 2 games, and it wouldn't. He was like, "Go check it out. Go see if it works on your PlayStation 1." And then I came back down. I was like, "It doesn't work." He was like, "What about that one over there?"
Oh my God,
PS2.
He set you up.
Yeah, it was
That's
a good
so
little
funny.
setup. That's top tier.
So when you opened the PlayStation 2 games, were you like, "I have a PlayStation 1, Dad. This isn't gonna work."
This isn't gonna. I had a look, but you know when you have like on Christmas, you gotta love everything. So even if it's socks, you're like, "I need these." So you put on the act, and I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "But I'm not sure if it's gonna work, Papa." To be a good kid.
This idiot doesn't know what he's...
Internally, I remember being angry. I'm like, "Dog, they done fucked up my Christmas." I love it. And then, so they like played jokes a lot. So like, once it connected, I knew they were like, it was like a bit they were running.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
that's awesome. Because if you would have given the PlayStation 2 first, and then all the extra games.
Yeah, it
like, it would have just been like a place, and then another, and just so much built. But he's like, I'm gonna fuck with this.
Yeah, you gotta take it down.
Even
you gotta
on
bring me to rock
Christmas
bottom,
morning.
and then build it back up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sam, do you have a holiday spirit? Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that.
The problem, like, with the holidays is these bitches be wanting too much shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really fuck with none of those days, like all these like made up days from like, you know, corporations trying to get you to buy into all this type of bullshit. Saying you gotta buy a bitch some shit just for what? Just cause it's Tuesday, bitch? Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? So I don't really get into all that holiday shit like that. You feel me?
No. I mean, I think it means a lot to the people in your life. So I think, you know, for me, even though like I don't celebrate Christmas and I hate having a tree because I didn't want it, my kids are mixed and Christmas means a lot to them, and I am their, you know, I am single dad, primary caretaker, so I think
I feel you, but
you gotta show out.
My attitude's kind of like fuck them kids, you know what I'm saying? For real, you know what I mean? As long as they eating, as long as they got a roof over their head, like what else do you fucking need? And if you really like real about it, go out there and fucking get it. You know what I mean? Don't be waiting for me to give you no motherfucking handouts. That's just how I do it.
Yeah, I mean,
How many loose kids do you have?
I mean, it's suspected that I got a few, but ain't none of them really got no DNA test, so I ain't claiming none of them.
Hell yeah. Because if you think about it too, October, what is that? That's the start of cuffing season. It's like this is hoe season right now. So it's cuffing season. Then you got Halloween Horror Nights. Then you got Thanksgiving.
Boom.
Then you got Christmas. Then you got New Year's. Then
Boom.
you got February.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
bro.
Day.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
What
like,
the fuck, bro?
That's like
Too much, bro.
way too much. Nah, I feel that. I feel that.
So-
We were talking about that last night too.
Oh yeah, where I was talking about like I hate when like Thanksgiving is like the last weekend of November, and then it's like, oh wait, 3 weeks later I got to see the same people and eat the same food again. We couldn't even at least switch up the food.
That's why I don't do that. That's why December
treat every
25th.
day.
Yeah.
It's December 25th.
See, look,
Yeah.
I told you, I just like the lights. A girl's trying to feel a little less depressed. I live on the plaza. It's really, you know.
Oh, you live on the plaza?
I do, yeah.
In the over there?
Literally like on the
Wow,
plaza,
I
like one of
just
the apartments over
remember yesterday, I
there.
was like, I
So
want an apartment
we get
over
a good view.
That is not what you said.
I did say that.
You're a fucking liar.
I did say, I was like, it'd
You're
be
a fucking
dream.
liar.
You're
a
living
liar.
my dream.
You're gonna,
I'm
You're
living-
gonna make me be. You're gonna make me be Sam. You're gonna make me be Sam.
I did say that when we left the club. Did I
All
not
right,
say?
I'm
these
sorry.
are-
I do celebrate Christmas. You are a fucking liar.
I did say that. I did say. I was like,
You were
these
like,
are cute
who the
apartments.
fuck would want to live over here? That's exactly what you said.
I did.
That's exactly what you said.
I did not say
Yes,
that.
you
I said
did.
I would love to live.
No, you did
right
not.
off of it,
You liar. You said, who the fuck would live over here? In a very insulting tone.
No, I said.
Why did you lie? If you would have just
No,
not said
I-
anything, I would not have exposed you for this lie.
Okay.
But why did you lie and say you said you would
I-
love to live there, kid?
Sam, I was trying to be cool in front of you. And who the fuck would live here in this stupid place?
Do you know who it is? It's the Poors, because they're all rent-controlled
Are
apartment
they?
complexes.
Bro, when I walked in, I was like, bro, this is fire. I want to live here so bad. And then I was like, who the fuck would live here? Trying to be cool. It's like, I'm trying to be cool in front of you, Sam. And
Shut the fuck up. You liar. That's so crazy.
I would love to live at a shopping mall.
You literally insulted it.
I didn't insult
You
it.
did. You were like, who the fuck would live here? Who would
No.
want to live like
Who
over
the
here?
fuck live? It's more like, who the fuck lives
No,
here?
that's not what it was.
You read
That
my
is
tone
not what it
wrong.
was.
Sam, you read my
Keith,
tone wrong.
do you know
was
what
like,
store is on the plaza?
What?
Lululemon. They got a little, yeah.
That's your store,
Yeah.
man.
You
Yeah.
were like, it's like living in a mall. Literally, that's
Is
what
that
you
not
said.
the dream?
That's what you said. You said it in a very disgusting way. You're like living in a mall, like you wanted to spit on them.
No, I wanted to live here. Imagine going down and buying an outfit from Lululemon because you don't have nothing to wear, and you come back out with that shit on. Got a purple jacket.
You are just a bad person.
No, you're framing
Do
me
you
to be.
do you think that I forget the things you say? Did
Yes.
you forget that you said that to me?
I
When you
remember.
sat here and lied, did you
I
forget
remember-
that you were sitting with me when you
I
said,
remember seeing a lady
who the
come
fuck
out.
would want to live here?
Well, I didn't like that she lived
And
there.
it's like living in a mall.
It was jealousy. Sometimes it's jealousy.
You're
There's a little
fucking-
jealousy. I was a little
You're a
jealous of the
fucking
lady.
maniac.
No,
You're a fucking
you've been
maniac.
this whole podcast. You've been
can't
trying
do
to
it.
sabotage me.
Yo, you're crazy.
As being
That was a
anti-Metallica. I love Metallica, everyone.
That was a crazy lie.
It wasn't a crazy
Dude,
lie.
she said she found you sucking dick in a comedy club bathroom.
I did.
I was jerking the guy off.
It
I
was
wasn't
jerking.
sucking
He was
dick.
licking the twat.
That's right.
Yeah, I was eating
That's
pussy, jerking the guy off.
Which is fine.
Big difference, though.
Why did you do the? This is why everyone thinks you're gay. Why did you do that?
Because I'm a visual guy, so when I was like, I see images. That's how I see
so
my.
gay. You're
You didn't
so
ask me
gay.
how I see comedy. I see comedy in
So
paint
funny.
and colors,
You're
and then
so gay.
I paint on stage.
We actually encourage that kind of activity here at the comedy club.
Wow.
This
so,
is the gay
yeah.
room. This is the bisexual room. I know what goes out. There's like fucking flashing lights and a red wall. I know what's up. I know what color it is.
I'm like,
the
are there
bisexual
lights
color.
flashing? What's going on?
I know what's going on at the comedy club right now.
right now. Awesome. So, you got any projects coming up you wanna talk about?
No, not really. There's a bunch of shit in development.
Yeah. Anything you don't want to talk about?
Nah, not really.
Wonderful. Where can people find you, Sam?
Sam J Comic on Instagram and I guess TikTok. Yeah, TikTok.
Yeah.
She's a big TikToker. She does dances and stuff.
Yep,
Well,
I do.
I know you're gonna love this. We have just a few fan questions. We always like to reach out
Oh no.
to the fans and and get a couple questions because so we'll do this. Perfect. And then I'll let you get out of here. First one. First one's actually from J. Chris Newberg.
fuck with
Did
J.
she have
Chris.
fun on Hollywood Squares? She killed it, by the way.
Oh,
So Jay asked if you had fun on Hollywood Squares. Says you
it was
killed
it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean, that's
It's
one.
like some traditional like shit, so it was cool to just do some like traditional TV shit that I know like my aunties and shit
just to
will
be
be excited about.
a part of something. I mean, because I was always
Yeah.
cool when I was a kid.
They're
too.
gonna be like hyped for it, but yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
It was cool.
it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
What other game shows have you done?
None.
So that was your only game show experience.
Yeah.
That's cool to be a part of that one though, because it is like it's Hollywood Squares.
Yeah. No one knew who I was, but it was cool. Take the dyke in the middle. Like, all right.
Katie Duncan's asked, "What's one thing that would surprise your fans to learn about you?"
What is one thing that would surprise my fans?
Sam can write with both hands.
No, I can't.
I've seen you do it.
No, you haven't. What is wrong with you? What is your actual
Sam be
problem?
hiding her gifts.
You've never seen me do that because I can't do
I've
that.
seen you write. You could
No,
do this and write
no,
a perfect sentence.
No, you haven't.
Oh my God. Sam be lying.
I
yo.
couldn't hold my pee for a real long time. That's true. An impressively long time.
You got any fan questions for me?
No.
I can move one to you.
Oh wow, that's so lame. That is so lame. You are a gay loser. I got
Keith,
a question for you, Dustin.
All right.
Timmy from Lakewood, Illinois, would like to know how long have you been not taking any time to tame your hair?
Quite a while.
You just let it go free for a while now.
I mean, yeah. I find myself pulling it up way more than wearing it down these days. I've been thinking of if I want to cut it again but it's just, I don't like that middle. I don't always like it super clean, and so like, I don't know. I mean, my hair does a lot on its own.
Okay. All right. Alicia from Westlake, California would like
I like this. By
to
the way.
know.
It's nice being asked the questions. Interview
Are
me.
you,
Yeah.
Are you circumcised? And if so, how old were you when you got circumcised?
I don't think that's a real question, but yes, and a baby at
You're a
birth.
baby.
Baby at
Did
birth.
the rabbi kiss your dick?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mine grew back. I had to get it recircumcised.
For real?
Dick skin grows back. Yeah. Stronger. so it's like
Foreskin.
it was like
fucking leather.
Yeah. It was
Foreskin
like
built?
Rhino,
Because he didn't get it done.
rhino skin.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm like a reptile.
Build Ford tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, man. Just
Your dick's like, nah, man.
yeah. It was
No.
just like it was like
If the rabbi doesn't kiss your dick, do you go to hell?
I don't know. That's a weird.
And he's supposed to kiss the dick, right?
I don't know.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know they didn't kiss. I know.
you're trying to get out of it.
No, she.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they do the circumcised, then they kiss the dick, right?
I don't know
This
this.
is the thing.
I've seen the video.
This is the thing. This is like
That's-
an Orthodox thing. They give the dick a little suck.
But I'm not.
afterwards.
I wasn't Orthodox. In Reform.
So
in
do
Reform
you go to
Judaism.
hell because you didn't get the little suck?
I don't think so. I hope not.
Okay. Kiss the dick. I just googled it.
Yeah. Oh.
See, the internet isn't real, and I don't know why you're getting
I would never Google that. I would never. There's no way.
kissing baby dicks.
Yeah, there's no way.
Went wrong.
It is. The molehill suctions the surgical site, traditionally using oral contact.
Okay.
Back when we used to be a real country.
So
I think, and then that particular rabbi had herpes, and then he gave the baby herpes.
real?
And
There
then
was a new story?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a new story.
It
gave
was
a
a thing.
baby herpes on the dick
Gave it herpes.
forever. Now you have that.
Yeah, but one in
That's
six
crazy.
babies
Maybe-
have herpes.
That's crazy.
Like, being circumcised just anymore at the hospital is just it's just done.
It's
there.
better.
Oh
It's
yeah, I just
it's
seen it.
immediately.
Local
Yeah.
rabbi accused of
You
infected
don't.
baby
You
with
don't
herpes.
want.
That's an old.
I think that
that's
should be an
from years
American
ago,
thing.
too,
Honestly,
right?
Yeah, it was wild.
cut
It was
the
12 years.
skin, bro. Cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it.
Sam, I really thought you were joking. That's one of the most insane things.
You thought I was playing?
Yeah, I thought you were playing.
Oh no, I think he's gonna go to hell because he didn't get his dick kissed for sure.
You gotta get a rabbi to kiss your dick.
It's
Wait, really?
it's
yeah,
over.
Alright.
we got that has to be a mission. We got to start
Yeah.
GoFundMe.
Hell for you, man.
I need a rabbi to kiss my dick.
Yeah.
Who do we got?
You know you Jewish. You want us to find them?
I mean, there's some. It could be an entertaining.
Could be possible.
I mean, there are a lot of there's a lot of sexy lady rabbis in the world too.
There's got to be a dude.
Why does it have to be a dude?
Tradition, bro.
Sorry, man.
I like how you don't run with the bit. I was forced to run with the bit.
I'm
I
just
accepted
like,
it. You're
I'm not
nah.
gonna lie to you. I got lost there for a sec. I was like, "Is this real?" I was legit like,
What part? What part are you
I
confused
just-
at
you.
now?
No, I'm not confused anymore. I was just confused whether it was a bit or not. You do it in like the perfect like tone.
You really have
where
to kiss the dick. This is true.
I'm not
That's the
taking.
thing.
Okay, that's. See, now I don't know what reality is.
I'm telling you that part is true.
that.
in
That part
See,
is
now I'm back to being confused about what's real. What is real, Sam? What is real?
We're blurring all the lines.
that part is true.
I mean, I think between the conversations we've had today, I just don't know what is real.
That's fair.
Wait.
What
You
is-
said your kids are mixed, or
Mm-hmm.
with like Christianity and Jewish, or like
they're
another
like
race?
they're like half Mexican, half Jewish.
Hell yeah.
Are they Catholic?
Wait,
What?
do you have any?
You said
friends
no
who are-
white.
What?
What?
Well, their mom's like half Mexican, half Puerto Rican.
I said, are they Catholic? And what was your
No.
answer? Oh, I thought
They're
you said no, they're white. I was like, what?
No.
That's not an answer to a religion.
No.
My friends from
all
Kansas.
I
Mexicans
have
are
not-
Catholic.
I mean, I'm not gonna give them that religion. Their mother has not given them that religion. So like, and
Is
I'm
she
not.
Catholic?
I don't know what she is.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I don't remember her being.
I went to
overly
Catholic school.
Religious. But yeah. I mean, I'm like a non-practicing Jew, so I mean, I'm. It's hard for me to like force them, which I have battled with a little bit. It's hard for me to like try to force something upon them that I had just because I had it. If I don't even necessarily believe it or follow that tradition, So
Did you take that pilgrimage when you were like 18?
I didn't do my birthright.
Wow, you didn't do your
So
free
you
trip.
got to do two things. You got to get your dick.
Don't the
kissed
kids?
by,
Don't the kids fuck a lot on that
I
trip?
get my kids bar mitzvahed before it's too late.
No. You got, and then you got to go back to the motherland.
Don't the kids fuck a lot on that trip? Isn't it like a fuck trip?
I mean, they're
That's what I heard.
Well, right now seems like the perfect time to do it.
Airfare's low,
Dude, everything's just going great over there.
kids.
Like,
I know you wanted to go to SummerSlam this year.
Guess
but
what?
Oh, are you taking your kids to SummerSlam?
I did last year.
They're wrestling fans. I'm into wrestling.
Are you?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's nice.
Who's your favorite wrestler?
Right now, I don't know that I can like. I guess I always enjoy CM Punk's work right now. That whole Bloodline story has been fun for years.
dude, have you seen Rhea Ripley though? Like,
It's so
man.
good. Maybe also right there.
You like that? You
What
like
am I-
that?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
No? I like Rhea
Yeah.
I'm not a
Ripley.
fan of that.
Yeah?
Sam don't like.
Who do you like?
I like her as a wrestler. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's not hot to me.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, when
I-
she
I
does that
thought-
stomp
I
in her
thought they were
intro,
giving, like,
damn,
hot. You were saying
yeah,
it's giving
damn, it's
hot.
hot. Yeah.
She's a badass, man.
No, she's
Yeah,
badass.
yeah.
She's
No,
a good.
she's-
It's not to take away from her wrestling.
I want
She
her
is a
to
good
slap
wrestler.
me around a little bit.
She's definitely a badass for sure, and I love her wrestling. But I'm into Jade.
Yeah?
Yep.
So it's not about in-ring talent with you. You're just, I like this character.
Jade Cargill has in-ring talent.
She's very strong.
Don't do that.
She's very strong.
You're being disrespectful. They're just not letting her do her thing yet. They're making her be that.
That's okay. So by teaming her with one of the best wrestlers on the planet for a year.
But like, look at how they're using them. It's like just run in and turn it up real quick. It's
fair.
quick ass matches. She come in real quick.
Dude,
Slam. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's kind of just
I
how
hope when
how they're
she's-
using her.
I hope when she's released she shines because she definitely has the physique and the persona to be able to do that.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. But I think it's just like they want to just display the strength, and they're just having her be that right now.
That's fair.
Did you hear the rumor about Vince McMahon
Starting a new
Doodling on people.
kissing baby dicks? kissing
Is he
baby dicks.
loyal?
Misdirection
All the other
callback. There we go.
amazing callback. Did you watch wrestling as a little kid and everything? Or is that something you got into later?
No, I watched it. I'll be Sam. I'm gonna be Samaria for the rest of this. I did watch it as a young person. Yes.
Yeah. I loved it. What era did you get into it?
I guess like from like the late '80s. I was
Oh.
watching wrestling
Okay.
since like I was a little kid, like 6, 7.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I was born in 80, so like my dad would take me to events all the time. I
Yeah,
remember
so I feel like 88, 89, 90.
around WrestleMania 3, 4.
Yeah.
something like that.
Ultimate Warrior fan, Jake the Snake Roberts fan, Rick Rude fan, Lex Luger. Damn, Jake. Who else I like? Macho Man. I hated Coco Beware.
Hated Coco
I
Beware.
hated Coco Beware. Road Warriors, big Road Warriors.
Man,
fan.
I love the Road Warriors. One of my favorite tag teams. Them
Right.
and the Steiner brothers.
Steiner Brothers. I was big into them. I was big into Sting. I liked Brett.
So
The
you
Amble
were watching
Nightheart.
pre-NWO Sting, blonde hair, face paint.
Bash
yeah.
at the beach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah, it's always been for me like pro wrestling's always been just that thing that's just that consistent like comfort in my life. It really has. I'm such a huge fan of it and stuff. And to see my kids take on the same, with the amount of wrestlers and toys and knowledge and just stuff that
That's
they have
cool.
with it. So
That's the one thing I regret about not having a kid is just like that kind of stuff.
yeah.
Like, I like this thing. I wonder if you're gonna like this thing.
If they take the DNS,
I think this is cool. I wonder if you think this is cool. You know?
Yeah.
if they take the DNA test, are you going to take them to WrestleMania?
You mean the loose ones I got out there? It just really depends. Like, first of all, I don't really trust no DNA. You know? It's like you can't,
Government be collecting.
bro. They
it.
collect it and they do whatever they want to do with it. So
Mm-hmm.
for all I know, they could just be trying to pin something on me. You know what I mean? And I don't really want to like once the kids already kind of baked. I don't really want nothing to do with that. You 4 or 5. What am I gonna do?
Yeah,
You already
because you
kinda
can't leave your thumbprint.
Right, you who you are. So it's kind of like nice to know you type of shit.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always it's fun taking. It is fun taking the kids to like events and like, you know, it's their first event, or to see how excited they are. And I mean, quite frankly, just to be able to take them to like events that I wasn't able to go to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
Like
know.
that's probably really fire.
So I mean, the first big, it wasn't even live. It was but I saw I did the WrestleMania 4 on closed circuit television. So it was just a bunch of people at the Bartle Hall watching on these giant screens. And that's also when I realized that like there's heel fans and like, you know, like, because when there was people booing Hulk Hogan against Andre in person, I'm like, why are they booing Hulk Hogan?
The best part is the kids, man. Even when I go to like a match or something, I love watching how into it the kids are. Like because they're so like bought into like the whole shit. Like I went to the Raw right before WrestleMania, and you know, The Rock is full heel, you know, to set up all that bloodline shit because Roman was fucked up, and he's showing The Rock was like showing all these clips of kids crying. Remember there was all these kids crying because he was beating up Cody, and he was showing like the clips on the screen, and he was like laughing. And he was like, "Oh, you little kids, like, yeah, you little losers." Like he's being full heel, and this little kid was just standing there, and he was like staring like this, and then he just went, "I hate you," and I was like, "Yo, he really hates him." Like The Rock is doing such a good job at turning full heel that this kid and his soul is like, "I want this dude to die." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's when it's right. Because that kid's never going to forget. Like, you grow up, you still have that. Like, nah, I don't like that motherfucker, bro. Because I remember this, like, that feeling. And it was just cool to see the kids having these different reactions to that shit. Because I was like, damn, I remember being little and being that bought in.
The Rock,
like, this is a bad person.
The Rock is one of the best heels of all time. One of the best.
So
right?
Absolutely.
So good. And to see him make that heel turn.
Bro, I was so hyped.
So popular.
Yeah.
And he's just
I was so hyped. Yeah. I was so hyped. It was to me, it was like the way they just rallied to save WWE because of all the Vince shit. You know, that was like a real rally of the circling of the wagons. And The Rock really stepped up. And was like, "Yo,
he brought out
I got y'all."
Razor Ramon
he brought it back, bro.
That was one of the craziest endings to a WrestleMania. Was this past one?
Yeah.
I just love that the Undertaker just shows up. He has no connection to any of this. He has no connection.
Well, you know what
you were there
I
this
thought
last
was
year?
gonna happen. Then I heard I was right, but they couldn't get the deal right or something. I kept telling people that it was going to be Stone Cold.
I heard a lot of people talk about that.
Because that's the only person I could really check him. He was so off the rails. He was disrespecting everybody. I was like, they got to bring in someone that could really like check The Rock's nuts.
Yeah.
And it's Stone Cold. And I heard it was supposed to be, but they couldn't get it worked out. And that's how he ended up.
It's like Taker was there.
Because look, it was cool. It was cool, but it was random as hell.
Yeah, it was fire, but it's like if the glass broke, I told my brother, because I was going to WrestleMania, I ended up taking my brother. And I was like, bro, if the glass breaks, I will throw my chair across the fucking arena. Like, if that would have happened, I was in the building that day. If that would have happened, the way that shit would have went up, there's been nothing like it.
But it was still
Everybody
so
was ready
cool, though.
To pop. Yeah, it still was.
Because when you heard that
crazy.
gong,
it still was crazy.
everybody
we
lost
still
their
like,
minds.
we were still screaming our fucking heads off. But it would have been insane.
Is he hurt still, or?
I don't know if it was a money thing. I don't know why they couldn't get it worked out.
Okay. I see him like
you
drinking
can make
wine
up whatever you want. Make it up because you're gonna do that anyway.
No, I see him drinking
tell
wine.
us what happened.
He drank too much milk.
What happened is he suffered a double knee vasectomy. So like the top knee doesn't connect to the bottom. So you know when he wears the knee braces, they haven't built the technology for that.
So
possibly for the next WrestleMania, he may circle
because they're working on the technology.
Yes, they have to build the technology.
Okay.
So
I've read some reports. I don't remember to quote them, but I've read some reports that The Rock has stated he's not going to be at WrestleMania this year, or there's some murmurs that he may not be actually doing WrestleMania this year. If Rock and Roman doesn't happen this year at Mania, do you think it loses its steam to happen? And is that something?
I just don't even think we need it.
Yeah, you're like,
I think he did the job. He did what we needed.
Yeah.
Wait, is there anything better than him singing Moana to little kids while they're crying and laughing in their face? That's the height of this.
I mean, we need more of that.
We can't get, we can't get any higher than that. He did it, bro. He did it. It was amazing.
I mean, so that's fair. So you think what he needed to do, he did?
He did.
Yeah.
Wiping the blood on the belt.
Yeah.
And bringing it to Mama Rhodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turned it up. Now let Roman just go back to running.
Interesting.
We don't need that fight.
Interesting.
They haven't even been building it. They would have to start building it for it to be legitimate. He can't just pop up WrestleMania. So they would have to start building that shit now. And they're not even building that storyline. So then they're going to jam it in.
The first time Roman ever said head of the table, I'm like, dude, The Rock is clearly the fucking top of the chain. And then I'm like, they're going to build to this story. And they didn't.
Well,
year after year, it was just like, this motherfucker's still standing here.
I thought they was going to what I thought they was going to do, because I figured The Rock wasn't going to want to come back like some full-time wrestling and shit. But I thought they were going to be sprinkling him in and out of like SmackDown.
Yeah.
And like, in a way, like what I wanted to happen, I swear to God, I need to write it for WWE. I wanted them to like have The Rock be still like running his mouth and shit, like he's the top dog, but I wanted them to keep bringing people from his past to like disrespect him. Because I was like, most of what The Rock would be doing is mic work shit. He's probably how many matches? Not that many, but he might pop up on SmackDown, talk some shit. But like, say he talking his shit, and then like Farouk come up on the screen, like, what you talking about? You was my little nigga type shit. Like, remember you was this, remember you was that. And it's like everybody from his past when he was like just a loser within the shit reminding him like, we all know you for real, bro. Like, why are you acting like this? We know where you came from. We know who you are. And like them fucking with him like that, like all throughout the build to the road to WrestleMania, to the point where he just can't, like, he's like, I really got to prove myself and beat the fuck out this nigga Roman. You know what I'm saying?
Get Mick Foley back in that thing.
All types of shit. That's what I'm saying. There's all types of people that could kind of sun The Rock. You know what I mean? Like, and just remind him, like people putting up pictures when he first came and he had the whole drape and he was little, just throwing that up and like right in the middle of him talking all his shit, just put that on the screen and then just have people talking shit and just like fucking with his head.
It's like what Jay-Z did to
Summer Jam Screen type shit.
So Roman's going back to the top over Solo.
I mean, do we want Solo? It's cool that he like took the reins because something needed to take it, but like.
But so eventually Solo's gonna stand behind Roman.
He's not fun to watch wrestle, man.
That's fair. I like Jacob Fatu a lot.
Yeah. I like Jacob Fatu, but like Solo's not fun to watch.
Good
wrestle.
people.
He's not when he's a main event. It's not like lit, bro.
Right.
Are you adjusting, like with this new generation of wrestlers, do you have to adjust your expectations? Because like when The Rock used to be like, I'm the most electrifying man, when you see him come back, you're like, nah, that's fact, right? That's like he's speaking truth. And then there's like a level of adjustment where these guys are newer and you're like, that's not hitting the same. Are you adjusting? Or?
I will say that it's better than it was.
Right.
It's definitely a lot better. The storytelling's a lot better. And if that's the problem is they weren't letting them, in my opinion, they were sticking to a script, a very hard script, and they didn't have great writers, and the stories were just like forgotten every other week. So without McMahon and Hunter really like pushing the creative, I think it's
lit right now.
It's lit, man.
It's super lit right now.
It is the
and
most
it's back
fun.
to like you don't know what's gonna happen. It's back to just like someone in the ring, someone run out, stomp them in their head, smack them with a chair. You like, oh shit, it's on.
Everybody's getting titles.
Yo, people beating each other up in the back all the time. People just trying to walk into the arena, someone just run up on them in the back, start beating their ass.
And that's just
like,
the fans.
Yeah, it's going crazy. It's going crazy.
Do you watch AEW or mainly?
I watch a little bit. I like Swerve.
Yeah. Oh man, his feuds with Hangman have been.
Yeah. The house was crazy. Burning the house down, all that was nuts.
Yeah, their matches.
They're having fun. They're having fun with the writing over there.
Dude, their matches of some of the most brutal stuff I've seen on camera.
Yeah, I like it. I've been to a few lives too. It's cool.
Nice. All right. Well, I'll let you guys get at it. This is we
covered a lot of topics.
We did, man.
Yeah.
You can hear us. The rest of this conversation somewhere on Busted Open, I'm sure, this week.
Come on, Busted Open. That's another club I caught Keith at.
I was the MC there.
At Busted Open.
Back in my MC days.
Busted Open on Bisex night.
On Wednesdays.
Keith, where can people find you online here?
Keith Johnson HQ on all social media platforms. Website.
HQ. I like it. Cassie?
Hashtag Cassie on all social media. Just spelled out hashtag Cassie.
Hashtag Cassie, spelled out. All right. And Sam, one more time.
I am Gay Sam. I am Gay Sam.
Perfect. And that's at I am Gay Sam.
.com.
.net.
At IamGaySam.com.net.
Yeah.
At yahoo.com.net.
.hotmail. Ask Jeeves.
Hashtag dial up. I appreciate you guys coming on. This has been a lot of fun. And yeah, man, excited to see the rest of the shows tonight. And find us at the Comedy Club KC all across the board. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.